Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Tanner from tanmanbaseballfan.com. It's been a while since I've actually shown my face on camera here, but I don't do a whole lot of long form videos these days, mainly because I just do shorts for the most part. I've been doing shorts on all of my custom work and everything. I do it every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday for the most part, but I wanted to do something really, really cool to show off my collection, my Canseco collection, for the first time in over a year. I've made several changes to it, and just to kind of quickly give you a rundown of where I've been with my collection. Um, so I started 11, 12 years ago, like really getting into a hardcore. My goal was to get like every single card out there. Well, obviously that's not, that's not something you can actually do. Like it's something that is impossible. So ultimately what I ended up doing in 2018 was I made the decision to sell out. And as I did that, I realized that there were just a few that I wanted to keep. And when I did that, I started thinking, you know what? It'd be really cool if I just collected the ones I really, really loved for the most part. You know what I mean? Like the big time cards, the rare cards, the cards that have special meaning to me. And so I basically have made a journey out of it since 2018 to do that. So here we are, 6, 7 years or something after I sold out, and my collection right now is something that I am much more happier with now. It's significantly smaller, but I'm much happier now with what I have than when I had, the largest known, non-duplicate Canseco collection. So, anyways, it was really, really kind of been a fun process, and I've learned a lot. I've learned that there are mistakes that can be made and regrets as well whenever you sell, and because there are a handful of cards I really regret selling, but that's just part of it. That's how it goes. Whenever you get into the buying and selling and trading game, that inevitably is going to happen, and that's okay, because guess what? There's tons of other really cool cards out there too. So the goal is to really kind of focus on what you have and what you can be thankful for, instead of like, oh, I lost that card or whatever, perfectly fine. It happens to the best of us, and that's just part of the game. So with that said, I want to dive into the cards here. I want to share some fun stories. I want to drop some knowledge on you. I want to educate you on some of these cards. I am so hyper passionate about this. I love being able to tell people, and there are a lot of people that really love me telling others about these cards as well. So I'm going to take this opportunity to just kind of slow roll it and have fun doing it. Hopefully you'll have fun watching this as well, and learn a bunch of things along the way. So with that said, let's dive in. All right, guys. So after selling off everything and then rebuilding and buying and selling collections, this is basically everything that I have as far as my Canseco collection goes. We're going to be going through all of these. Going to skip this because that's more trade bait and duplicates and some customs and stuff. We're probably going to stop around here because the rest of these others are more of the regular refractors and still special cards. Might go through some of them, not sure. But anyway, so let's go ahead and dive in and see what we have. All right, guys, I've been very excited to show you what I have here. I've been looking forward to showing all these cards. Let me so we're going to do the first box, all one touches. There's no real rhyme or reason to them. So we'll just go through and, I'll tell some stories along the way. So starting off here, we have a heavy hitter. This is a 1986 Donruss white letter highlights card. It's Jose's rarest rookie card. It's an error, so the regular one is going to have highlights in yellow. So it's pretty cool there. Even rarer, though, interestingly enough, is this 1986 Donruss highlights blank back. I've seen one other like this, and that's it. It's pretty crazy. But anyway, so when you think of like the 90 tops, no name on front, Frank Thomas, I think of this being a very similar type of error. So there's a lot more junk wax era Grails. Here's the 1988 Topps Test Cloth. Canseco McGuire is probably the best Canseco McGuire card on there. It's in the middle of their Bash Brother playing days, and The story on this goes is that Topps did a test run of 50 sheets of these, and on the sheets themselves actually said like destroy or do not sell or something like that, because Topps decided to not sell them. But these are very rare. They are also coveted very highly by both Canseco and McGwire collectors. Then we have the 1989 Leaf blue chips. If you remember, this looks similar to the Donruss Grand Slammers, except in the bottom left it says Leaf, and it says blue chip instead of Grand Slammers, and the Grand Slammers was more of a, you know, right angle kind of deal instead of this little, you know, blue swoop. Well, I guess this is right angle too if you look at it, but anyway, here's what the back of it looks like as well. And just a super cool card. It's color matched to the green and gold there for Jose. There's a Donruss variation of this, and they did a couple of variations in the colors as well. But this is the only one they have right now. I actually picked up a number of them from a former Donruss employee, and for years and years and years, a lot of checklists would say that, you know, 5 or less of these existed. Well, I had at one point more than that, but still super, super rare. It's a very, very well-known card. So a lesser known variation is this. This is the dealer promo, 1989 score, dealer promo, and I've seen maybe 3 of these. And if you look, the regular version of this will have a white border going around it instead of this green. And if I remember correctly, I think some of the text here was blue, and there might be a few text differences. Very special card because I have a ton of nostalgia for the 89 score Canseco, and I believe it's card number 1, right? Yeah, card number 1 of the set. And so I've got some fun family childhood stories about this card, and just very happy to have something that is more special, that elevates it beyond that, you know, 10-cent regular card. So the next one we have 1990 Donruss Aqueous, and this was a test that was a water-based ink, if I remember correctly, and the only way you could tell is you look on the back and it says Aqueous test. And so highly sought after card as well, and again, junk wax era, love it so much. Super fun. I actually just got back a number of these within the past year. I moved all of my other former copies because I didn't think they were shiny enough or whatever, and now I'm like, oh, I want it back. So, so I got it back. These next 3 here, 1992 Ace Novelty. I've talked about these on my channel before. Very, very cool cards. They were supposed to be, they're supposed to be like a several hundred card set. Like you look, it's number 348, 338, 148. Oh, it's interesting. They're all 8s at the end. But anyways, yeah, they're going to compete with Topps and Upper Deck and all of them, and it looked like, based upon this being in Japanese, that they're going for a set that would compete with the big boys, but also go internationally, which is really cool. So the 11th hour, unfortunately, Ace Novelty, or Major League Baseball rather, said nope, burn everything you have for the most part. So, and by the way, you guys go back, remember all these names and research the stories on them. They've got incredible stories behind them, and I'm not going to go through super depth here, but still fun either way. So this is a 1992 Fleer Ultra boardroom prototype, which is super cool as well. This is what the 92 Fleer Ultra card was pitched to be, and there's a couple others out there. I had these on the boardroom, or on the actual board that they were being pitched to, which was fun. And I moved those back in 2018, and somebody else ended up having some. And it's very low quality as far as printing goes. In fact, one of them I had a Greg Maddux, I think, or Tom Glavine, one of those guys, where the guys that were pitching this to Fleer Ultra for the, you know, from the design team, they were actually drawing on top of the card and everything, which is really neat. So I thought that was kind of a cool thing. But anyway, so going forward, we also have, I'm going to pull out this chunk. So I'm going to do some of these in chunks because they make more sense this way. And it'll also help this video go a little quicker, but I want to inform you as much as possible while I'm doing this. So this is the entire run of Flair Ultra Platinum Medallion. So you might be familiar with the gold medallion. Well, these are platinums. So this is 1996 Ultra. So instead of it being like, gold down here and up here, if I remember correctly, I don't remember exactly. But anyways, it says Platinum Medallion. And here's a very green one, which is kind of fun. That's from Series 2. And then we have the 90, these are 97 Ultra Platinum Medallion. Then we have 98, I believe, and 98. So 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐠, I think that's the case. Yeah, so these two are serial numbered. That's when they started the serial numbering. So this out of 100, this out of 98. 1999 Ultra Platinum Medallion. This is out of 99. So 9 of 99. Oh, that's cool. I didn't know that. I just learned something. So this is a big deal that I might tell you about whenever I get to another big Grail card. This is a 1999 Flair Ultra 9 out of 99 Platinum Medallion. Very cool. 2000 Ultra Platinum Medallion. This one's die cut. That's out of 50. And then we have the 2001 Flair Ultra Platinum Medallion, and it is out of 50. And what's funny is out of all these cards, by far the toughest one is this one. And for some reason, more of these copies than not have snowing on the front, meaning that they were bricked at some point and they tried to pull them apart after being hot and everything, and actually took up part of the front face of the card. And so I'm lucky that this one doesn't have that, but I've seen a lot of them that do. So this unnumbered card right here that is supposed to have a print run of 200 or so is harder to find than all of these others. Not sure why. And it's very, very striking. So fielding shot of Jose there, and it's all green. So really kind of neat. So now we have, I really like these two together, you guys. 1997 Pinnacle, I think. And I'll have to take a look at the back here. Yeah, museum collection and artist proof. And particularly this blue one, I just think is incredible. Beautiful, beautiful cards. Very cool. I'm going to see if I can put my flash on here. Maybe that'll help, especially since we're getting into more of the shiny cards from time to time. So now we're going to move in. We're going to do some... I've got a chunk of Flair card or leaf cards here. Let's see which ones make sense. All right, so these two here, this is numbered out of 30, and I think this is released, yeah, literally last year. And these pieces, the reason why I got it is because I believe these are part of a batting glove or a shoe. I don't remember. And this is 5 of 5, and the reason why I got this one is because it has a part of the Nike logo, which I don't think I've ever seen that before on a Canseco card. So relic pieces mean the most to me, I think. They're game use, so having that's really cool. Now going forward, these other Leaf cards. So here is Leaf Ultimate. And it's funny, the first time I saw these, I was like, eh. And then I fell in love because you have some that are like this. Look at the insane relics on this. That's 2 of 3. You have part of the signature. You have all white. You have something there. You have Stitch, white and black, and then you have part of maybe the Nike logo again. I don't know, or Mizuno or something. And then this is the 1 of 1, which is really cool. And I think, okay, yeah, that one skipped. So, oh, that's right. There we go. That's why I have this. So this is one that I normally show only on Halloween. There's a big story about this. It's it got pulled because of some like licensing issue when it comes to Nike. So that's kind of a fun little companion card when it comes to having a Nike logo. So I don't think there's any other Nike Canseco cards out there really or anything. So but anyway, so going forward with those other Leaf cards, the 6X ones, this one it's out of 25. Nothing really crazy except it has part of the text there, which again I go crazy after that stuff. But this is maybe the funnest one, perhaps. This is 1 of 2. This has a tag that says made in China, part of the logo. dual white, black with some white in there. So really kind of a fun run. So there's all these 4 together. And then I also love these. I just wish that they had a picture. But you take a look at this. This is actually the big portion of the A on his hat. And then you have a hat tag, another hat tag, and then this is the one of one. It's the lamest because it's just a green deal there. But you look at those together, and I love tags, but man, that's a striking card. This is what I would consider to be a companion card because that way you can take this card and a card that has Jose's picture on it. Let me see if I can, maybe something like this, and you display them together. Yeah, so anyways, I think that's just super cool. Very, very nice cards. Okay, so, and also, oh, this is a fun one too. This is a Panini, and this is 4 of 5. It's quad, and this is another one. It has an S, and I've never seen others with like hat logos like this. So you put them together. That's the companion piece right there, I think. You have the A and the S, which is really cool. Love that. All right, so I'm going to do a little cleanup here, put some of these puppies back. And then we have a few other leaf cards here. Yeah, so these two, one's a superfractor style and one's a rainbow fractor style is what I would call it. So I don't really get into a whole lot of leaf cards. Every now and then I do like them. And like this one, for instance, I think is really neat. And, just a, Indiana Jones kind of vibe for this. And then this is a Pro Set vibe. And I actually did a custom rainbow fractor, and they call it something different, but it's rainbowy color, but it's the same superfractor material, but they're just doing rainbow colors. And I always wondered why Topps or somebody didn't do this, so that's why I did one myself years ago. But Leaf comes up and does this one also. So here you go, real cool pairing for Leaf cards here. Okay, so moving forward, we've got some other really neat ones here. So these 3 are actually connected, so I'm going to show them together to you. So this is a Flawless card, gold holofoil, sleeve patch. It's like the 30th anniversary Ranger, something like that. I don't remember offhand. And then it's on-card autograph, sleeve patch. Then you have jumbo nameplate patch. And so this is out of 10, this is out of 5. And then we have this one here, and this is out of 5. And it's got a logo patch as well. So the neat thing about these, you guys, all these patches, they come from the jersey that Jose wore when the ball bounced off his head into the stands for home run. So in other words, this patch here was on his shoulder, this was on his back, and this was on his shoulder as that happened from the exact same jersey, which is really neat. And they're beautiful cards. So this is my favorite because I just love how it shines. I think it's an incredible one. So my buddy John had one of these. I think I was going for one of them. I don't remember exactly what happened, but I had one, and I think he won this one, and he allowed me to trade out or sell mine to him or something. I don't remember what it was, but he was involved in this somehow. And just an amazing patch with incredible stories behind them. That's what I love about the relics, is when they have stories about them. But either way, just they're 3 just very, very impressive looking cards. Okay, so the next one we have is this Collector's Choice You Crashed the Game Gold. And this is really neat because this is acetate in the middle. I've done videos just kind of playing with my baseball cards, right, where you put a flashlight through here and it projects a big picture of Jose on the wall. And this is wood. It's actual wood. It's just such a neat concept. And I loved all the quirky stuff when it comes to cards from the 90s during his playing career. I just think it's the coolest thing ever. It's hard they can't replicate this sort of thing. You know what I mean? So, and this is kind of a fun one also. This is a Swing for the Fences upgrade. And I have a story of it on my website at tanmanbaseballfan.com, if I remember correctly. But I think you had to, it was some elaborate thing that Score and that Pinnacle did where you had to get certain cards, add and subtract some points, and then pay attention to the player, what he's doing or whatever, and then you send it in and they give you the upgrade version. It's that tough card to find because this is gold foil. The regular ones are not gold foil right there. So you see the back of it. It tells you the story of how to do it. So I love the stories about how to get the cards, how the collectors got the cards back then. Really, really fun. So here is a 2014 Stadium Club foil board. I think this is numbered out of 25. Yeah, it's numbered out of 25. I don't do a whole lot of just like regular-ish, higher-ish numbered cards. Not that 25 is higher numbered, but for the past 10 years it is kind of. But I just think this is such a beautiful card, and I'd say this has got to be the best looking one in the whole run. And I think it's just a crazy cool picture and everything. So that's why it's here. All right, so here we have an SP Game Use Patch Edition, Legendary Fabrics, regular patch, logo patch with the elephant, autograph. And this is probably the best one I've ever seen of this. I've had a handful of them. They're out 25. It's 2005, I believe, 2004. And it's an incredible one. It might be the first card that has been made of Jose with the elephant patch, with an elephant patch and an autograph, or even just an elephant patch, to be honest with you. So I don't know. I don't remember offhand exactly when the very first one was that had a patch, but this very well might be it. I've seen another one that has a part of the elephant patch, I think part of the ball or something, which is really cool too. But beautiful card. Not all of these have the logo patch though. The vast majority just have this type of patch twice. So very, very special card. Really, really nice. And then here, this might be considered maybe his first like jumbo patch. So it's got a big piece right here. This is numbered out 15. It's 2003. And it also shows the jersey that it came from, which is really cool. So they don't do that anymore. I don't think they did that on that one, did they? No. So this is a very, very neat card itself. Again, only 15 copies. And, it's back in that time period where they were just starting to make patch cards and everything, which is really neat. So, so it's a cool card. All right. Speaking of logo patches, check this out, you guys. So this is Jose outside of Dynasty, okay? This is Jose's first, from what I recall, on-card auto with a patch. And this might be the only one that actually has the logo, the logo patch in this too. And for some reason, they always come up upside down. I've seen a lot of them, they're upside down. Maybe it's just how they cut them and everything. But it's a beautiful card. I had one before. It wasn't as nice as this one as far as the logo goes. It's just a very striking card. Now, the neat thing is this does have a leg up on Dynasty in that it is full color, for one thing. And if you look at all of the Dynasty cards, I think there is a total of 80 or so that they made with on-card autos and patches, and Dynasties are unbelievably beautiful. This one, like I said, full color, and it's numbered to 5. There's only 4 others out there of this, and there might not be any others of this card with a logo patch. Yeah, I don't know, but anyway, so, and it's amazing to me to think that like this is a 2016, if I remember correctly. Yeah, and it took all that time for them to have like this, a licensed on-card autograph with patch card, which is just insane to me. And so, like I said, the Dynasty did come out a little bit before this, but outside Dynasty, that's what you're looking at right there, which is really crazy, as being at least close to it first. So now we have this Leaf Art of Sport, and I was not in on these at all, you guys. Like, I just didn't really care too terribly much for them. Then after about a year or so, I think I came around and ended up buying this. This is a 2021, so it might have been 2 or 3 years even, but check this out. So we have beautiful blue holofoil. Love blue holofoil. It's numbered 3 of 3. and its sign, part of the Rawlings tag, as well as the size. And what's funny is, you guys, like, I've done this on a few cards, because every now and then you'll find a card that actually hides a part of the important part of the jersey behind the card. Well, I was able to heat this up and push it up just a little bit to show a little bit of that 50. Otherwise, you have to kind of look down and see it. So it's really kind of fun to do that, but a very special card. Then we have, here's a couple of them here. So we got some really neat cards here. So this is out of 5. This is 5 of 5, and this is 1 of 1. Rawlings sleeve patch, and the elephant logo sleeve patch. So, Panini finally, they're ones that put it right side up, and that's the elephant face. So on card autograph. I think these are 2019. So, and I really wish they didn't do black for the 1 of 1. It's very, it's nice, but man, I love the holofoil. Love that holofoil. Some of my favorite cards that I create are holofoil. So anyways, all kinds of fun cards for sure. I'm enjoying this. Hope you guys are enjoying this too. I'm going to go ahead and put some of these cards back, and then we're going to dive in to row 2. Okay, so I'm actually going to do the run of these together, because I think they just all make sense. So first of all, 1999 Pacific Revolution. Pacific did wild cards. Crazy. Does that not scream 90s to you? We have this bright red, and then we have this blue, and it's matched with gold. And this is the Shadow series, and this is like, I think, a retail red. And so the funny thing is, like, these are numbered. This is numbered out of 299, and this is numbered out of 99. I normally don't carry cards in my collection that are that high numbered, but these are super special cards, and they're hard to find. They don't show up all the time. And I think this is the next year 2000. So we have, I need to pick up the gold version of this. It's not really my favorite, but it'd be fun to have the run of 3 of them. Here's the run of 3 of 2000. Same color scheme. And so this is the premiere date, I think. Yeah, premiere date. And this is numbered out of 99. This is that red. I think it's considered retail or something. That's numbered out of 63. And then this is the Shadow series, and that's numbered out of 99. So, so there's a reason why I have these in my collection, even though they're not like crazy low numbered. So because Pacific did a boatload of cards out there, you guys, like, they did a bunch of different cards. So I used to have virtually all of them, but now I have like maybe 10 or something. So those are the first 5. So I might have more than that, but but anyways, I'll show you some more. So this is another one. This is Aurora. This is blue, and it is numbered out of 100. Again, difficult to find. It's etched in there. I love the technology that they use in these. This is a card that has the potential of being a grail, in my opinion. So it just never shows up, but it's numbered out of 25. And when you talk about cards, you guys, that are in the 90s, out of 25, I mean, forget about it. Like, they command crazy money. So I like this one a lot because it's got that bright orange background. It's got the purple foil, which I think we see maybe one other time in the 90s, if I remember correctly. We'll find out. But very cool card, out of 25, and just striking, absolutely striking. So this is, I think, the first Shadow series. I believe it's a 98. It's out of 29 or out of 99, and just look at the shine on that. And you can tell it's a Shadow series because it's embossed in the middle there. So a very cool card there. We got 2 Pacific Crown collections, Crown Royal. This is the platinum blue out of 75, die cut. Incredible looking card. And then we have this one. So I actually did this backwards because it's so thin. It's on like this very thin acetate kind of, and it's the proof, and it's out of 50. Now, I used to have 5 sheets of each of the players that were the proof version, that were not serial numbered and not die cut. I had those years ago. I cut a bunch of them and sold them that way and everything.
Really kind of a fun card. It's just a funky little thing to be able to see through a card like that and everything. You know what I mean? So really cool there. And so I think the last run I have, let me show last two runs here. I'll show these two first. 2000 Pacific Prism. They have a number in this rainbow, but these two here, you guys, my absolute favorites. They have you have the blue and the purple, and I think they are out of 80 and out of 99, and they did this in 99 as well. I just got one of these in the mail yesterday, so I want to show you. So we have 99 Prism, which is the blue. Then we have the purple, holographic blue. Then we have the retail red. No holographic foil. It's just straight foil, straight red foil. There they are together. This one is by far the hardest to find. So this, by the way, is out of 80. This is out of 320. So still a little difficult to find, but this one apparently had 120 of them made, but there's so many of them that suffer from these little black splotches that are on the covers of a lot of these cards. This doesn't have it, thankfully. But my thought is that this is part of a retail release where they probably dumped a bunch of the product, the overstock, because you just hardly don't find these. And I was very lucky to be able to get this for a good deal. And what's funny is they never show up, but this one, right after I bought this one, a second one showed up pretty quickly, which is like, ugh, and that sold fast. But it sold fast for about twice what I paid for mine. That was at auction. So I think nobody saw this at auction. I got away with something there. So pretty cool. So again, I don't do a whole lot of leaf, but this is a special one. So because it has the Phoenix back there, and that's our son that passed away. His name is Phoenix, and so I had to get this. But anyway, so this is one of one leaf exotic mythical, which is just a neat card. Again, it's not something I really would have collected had it not been for Phoenix on it. So, and speaking of what I don't really get a whole lot of is buybacks, but I've got probably 15 or so of them. This is one of them. This is a 1993 Finest one of one refractor autograph buyback. 93 Finest was obviously an iconic card, and the fun thing about this, whenever I got this, somebody sent me a little note saying, "I can't believe I was able to sell a Canseco card to Tanner, to the Tanner," which is funny. So had fun with that. And this is an incredible, I just think this is super underrated. One of 150 made. Not impossible to find. It is tough to find because they're eaten up pretty quickly. But just a beautiful, beautiful card. Platinum press proof, 1998 Donner Signature Series, I think. 97. 97? 97. Yeah, there you go. If you want to start looking for it. So, all right. So now we have a 90. Yeah, learn more about my years here. I guess 95. I think it's 95. 95 Donruss Elite 𝐬𝐿 series, which is just such a nice card. And it's number out of 10,000. I hardly ever have any cards out of 10,000, but this is an iconic card, so you kind of need to. So, kind of need to have something like that. And it's not too terribly cheap, too terribly expensive either. We're getting into some grails here, guys. So, I'll show you this. This is a 97 Essential Credentials. Beautiful card, orange colored sky, orange acetate in the background. It is, whenever this pops up, it rarely does, but it goes for pretty big money. And speaking of, as far as Essential Credentials, the entire Essential Credentials line is crazy. These two are probably my favorite. I can't stress how beautiful these things are. And so they did a fun thing with the numbers on these as well. Like you add up the 61 and the 40, that goes to 101. That's the number of cards that were in the run or in the set. So, and these are two parallels, extremely difficult to come by, extremely beautiful, and pretty darn expensive. So, really two cool cards there. And these are nice also. They're 99 Essential Credentials. They're not, I don't like them as much, but they do go for big money as well. but they're very nice. They're numbered out of 54 and 67. So same kind of naming, numbering convention, if I remember correctly. I think they, see, 77, 87, 97, 17. So maybe there's 121 cards or so in the run. I don't know. But anyways, I know at the very least the 98s were like that. So, and then here is 99 essential credentials, and this is out of 49. There you go. And this is a big daddy of a card here. I'm going to show both of these here. Star Rubies. So the big one is this, but they're both beautiful. They both have incredible foil, but absolute grail status on this one at the very least. They're both numbered out 50 if I remember correctly. Yeah, but this one never shows up. This one was cut short from the factory. If you check others, you'll likely find that it's shorter than normal size cards. This one though, I was actually supposed to do a deal with like a really big former super collector, and it fell through. It was, you know, pretty much a nightmare, but this is one of the best cards in the collection, so I was able to grab that. And I had never seen it for sale except for like one other time, which is neat. So, and this again is also just, it's no slouch. I mean, it's a really cool card. It's just, it's tough to compete with this one because of how often it shows up. Another, and we're doing a bunch of Grails here. So 97 Pinnacle totally certified platinum gold, and you guys like this is the dealer sample. It's not numbered, it's not a backdoored card, it's a dealer sample. Incredible card, you guys. All the other ones I've seen of Canseco, if I remember correctly, the peel off is upside down, this right side up, so that's kind of a fun little indicator there. But came from somebody that I very much so admire. It's a big deal in the baseball card hobby / industry, and this is one of my favorite cards. And to me personally, this is like the perfect Canseco card. You have the green and gold where he's on the A's. You have gold, silver. I mean, just incredible. 𝐬𝐝 technology. I mean, just amazing. Okay, speaking of Grails, check this out. $98 preferred, prize collections. This is an incredibly beautiful card. I love this. And everybody that sees this pretty much loves it too. It doesn't have a serial number, but the announced print run is 55. Problem is they never show up. There's a guy that was trying to put the set together, and if I remember correctly, he had almost every card except for a small handful of them, and Canseco was one of them, and he had been searching for close to 20 years. So if that tells you anything. Perhaps even rarer is this card from the same set. And the reason why this might be rare is because this is the sample version. The sample refractor, we'll call it refractor, it's not really refractor. But anyways, I think that's just a great pairing right there. Two super nice cards. The outside 101s, the second rarest playing career card from what I can recall is this. 1999 Fleer Tradition, starting 9. The serial number is 9 of 9. So remember the platinum medallion I said? That was 99, 9 out of 99. That was for 99. Well, that's kind of another fun one too. Blue foil is just amazing. It's incredible. Very difficult card to find. This is one of those that you check off as just impossible, basically. So I was fortunate to be able to get this. And the fun thing about the 1999 starting 9 of 9 Fleer Tradition is that this is the date that my wife and I met. So we met on 9/9/99, so September 9th, 1999. And so that kind of is a fun little callback to that. So this might be one of the biggest, you guys. This is a super cool card. It's a Fleer Brilliance 99, if I remember correctly. Yeah, 99 Fleer Brilliance 24K. It's actually some real gold up there. And it's numbered out of 24, but I don't know if I've ever seen one for sale. So yeah, I mean publicly at least. But anyways, gorgeous card. That's just and like I said, there's just so many Grails in here. Like speaking of Grails, check out this and check out this. So 98 and 99 PMG. precious metal gems is what they're called. I mean, just absolutely beautiful. That's in the running for one of my favorite cards as well. Just the foil usage, the colors, everything. I mean, it's so neat. Then you look at this. This is really cool too. They're both out of 50. This one sells for more because I think this one's more sought after. First year maybe for PMGs for baseball. Maybe that's why. I don't know. But in any event, incredible pair of PMGs. Now, I told you Starting Nine was the second rarest non-one-of-one card from his playing career. Here is his first rarest, and I just got this year. 1998 Bowman Chrome Golden Anniversary Refractor out of 5. This is a big deal of a card, you guys. Like if your guy is in this, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not convinced that's Jose. I think that might be Ozzy for some reason. It looks a little like Ozzy, but anyways, just an incredible card. Again, it's one of those cards where you're like, probably not ever going to happen, and this card, along with like the last several that I've shown you, are going to beat the pants off of pretty much all the other one-of-ones, at least the ones that aren't like superfractors and barrels and that sort of deal, knobs. But I mean, just an incredible card, and so like I had a tough time sleeping when this was coming in. So, all right, longevity, 98 Leaf Rookies and Stars. There's not really a whole much of a story about this. It's just kind of a fun card. Playing career out of 50. It's just it's a very tough card, and it's nice. So now we have these two. I'm very surprised at this. I don't get super modern cards that aren't like insane, but as far as design goes, check this out. This is the Topps Aoki edition, I believe. Topps, yeah, an Aoki, a Steve Aoki collab, and one's out of 5, one's out of 10. I mean, this one especially. Check that shine out. When I saw both of these, I'm like, wow, just incredible. I love those, and these never ever pop up. I mean, I might not have seen either one of these outside of these two before. I don't remember. Maybe one of them popped up, but anyway. So super cool. Now, speaking of barrels and stuff, check this out. Black Lumber. This might be his only on-card black barrel autograph. I don't remember, but anyways, it's a Topps Tier 1. Guess the year doesn't really matter when it comes to barrels and knobs and everything, but super cool stuff. And then this one here. Oh my gosh. So you guys, so there's a guy named Steve that sent this to me. He gifted it to me. And y'all, this is an actual sketch, the one-of-one, wood framed by Dan Berggren. I know Dan, the artist. And yeah, Steve just said, hey, I think this should be in your collection. And it's the best, in my opinion, it's the best sketch card ever of Jose. So I think this is just super incredible, and I love it. It's from Topps Transcendent. So Transcendent cases are like insane money. Like to get a case, it's like $20,000, $30,000, $40,000, something like that. Like just craziness. And the neat thing that Steve did was he and Dan, I think they collaborated. I put them together, and if I remember correctly, I think Dan took the set of the regular version of these and autographed all of them. And I think Steve sold them for charity or something like that. So just incredible stuff. And then we have this one-of-one wood triple threads card. I've been waiting forever, you guys, for a wood Canseco triple threads card. Well, they finally dropped in 2018, and when this came for auction, well, for sale, buy it now, our best offer. I was in bed with my family, sick as a dog. We all had the flu, and I missed out on this card by like $20 or something like that. Well, thankfully, a buddy of mine got this, and I was able to work a trade by working with 3 or 4 other people. And the reason why this one specifically, there's 4 of them in the set, 4 wood ones in the set. The reason for this one is because it mentions Cartoon Hero, which mentions Homer at the bat from The Simpsons. And I don't know if there's any other real cards that actually talk about The Simpsons for Canseco. So that was a very, it's certainly not at this level, but this is, in my opinion, maybe his best triple threads card. This is my favorite triple threads card of his, at least, I think, if I'm thinking about this right. But anyways, I thought that was really cool. Okay, so we have this also. This is a on-card autograph. It's out of 25, but it's the only one that I know of that he has actually signed on an official card, Parkway Jose, that was his nickname when he played for the Huntsville Stars. So pull out some more here. So we've got 98 top stars. This is out of 99. This is surprisingly difficult to get, and so I wanted to get one of those back. So I finally got that back this year. Then we have a stained glass 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞. I think these have a number of, if I remember correctly, I have 20 or something. But the fun thing I like about these are for 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞, here's a couple of them: stained glass and silk, which is neat. So the silk is out of 10. I love those things that 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐞 does. So 96 select certified mirror red, which is a really nice card there. Then we have SP Authentic Buyback Blue Jays autograph card out of 24. And then we have, I'll show you these three together because these are insane. Absolute Memorabilia, Absolute Heroes, autograph, logo patch, cap, and this is numbered out of 15. Then we have another Absolute Heroes. This is a prime jersey, and this is a hat where part of the hole is in there. And I don't know if I've ever seen that before in another card. That's out of 5. My favorite, though, has got to be this one. Tools of the Trade, out of 5, autograph, triple relic. So you have the logo patch, nameplate, and then you have a bat. So that's about as complete of a card as you can get, And it's numbered out of 5. It's 5 of 5. So what a great run. I love that card there. I just took a peek in what I have here. I've got some crazy cards coming up, you guys. I'm gonna shuffle these a little bit. All right. So 2000 2000 Upper Deck Game Jersey patch, Jose's first patch card ever. Gorgeous card, but check this out. It's another one, but it is the best one from the whole set that I've ever seen. Blows away the one of ones. I've seen the Upper Deck do that on a number of these. But it's part of the Rays logo, and just an incredible card. So this card here, jersey patch, game jersey patch, first patches ever for Canseco. Now, one of 2 patches that were released during his playing days. The other one is this. Real nice card too. And by the way, these are 1 out of 10,000 packs. These are 1 out of 7,500 packs. And then I'm about to show you the Big Daddy as well. I consider this to be the Big Daddy too, but check out this. Out of 25, Jose's most colorful patch. This might be his best patch. Might be his best patch card ever. I don't know. I can't say best. I could say maybe my favorite, perhaps. I don't know. It's numbered out of 25. I mean, you have white, black, purple, green, yellow, blue. I mean, just an incredible patch. And it's the best one I've ever seen on this one too. Now, my buddy John has one of these as well that are very similar. It's the other part of this patch here. But anyways, these are 2. Like if I were to have like 2 cards to take with me, if the house is burned down or something, these might be in the running. They're just because these are the only cards, you guys, the only patches that were produced during his playing career, and there's very few of them out there. I mean, there might be, who knows, maybe 30 of these. Maybe 20, 25 of these, and then, definitely 25 of these. So this run right here, just incredible. I love looking at those. So going forward, we have, and just to reiterate on this also, any other patch cards you see were produced after Jose took his last swing at the major league level. So think of that. I mean, you could have opened these in a pack while you're watching him playing, but these are the only ones you could have done that with. Now, I don't do doubles, but how can I not with these, right? But anyway, so this here, this is a special card. This is Jose's absolute first pack pulled autograph. Now, the thing that sets this apart, and it's a 1999 Fleer Mystique Fresh Ink, is that it is hand numbered to 33, his jersey number. I don't care, you guys, too much about serial numbers. Yeah, it might be growing on me a little bit. But this card right here, this is as good as a 1 of 1 for me because it is his first ever pack pulled autograph. And there's 249 others out there, so what are the odds of getting the out of 33? So to me, this is my favorite one out of the entire run. So just an incredible card. Now, speaking of firsts, we have his first on-card autograph with a bat piece, which is really a neat card, and it's numbered out of 25. So I think that's right. I'm trying to think if maybe it's his first serial numbered bat autograph. I think it's his first bat autograph card. Oops, sorry for bouncing out there. We also have his first jersey autograph, on-card autographs here. So they did 2 versions. These are numbered out of 33. They're from the same run, but half of them they have white jerseys. The other half they have this little black mesh. So I wanted to get one of each, which is just, these are super, super cool cards. Like imagine getting this, pulling this in 1999 or 2000, whatever it was, 2000 I guess, and getting something like this when you're used to having cards that don't have either of them on there, which is really neat. So Upper Deck had a lot of special cards from, really 2000 to 2002 or whatever. But this is another one. This is 33 Pros and Prospects. Just a very early release on card. Maybe his first one ever that was vertical, if you want to put it that way. We have this. This is at 33 on card jersey piece. Then we have this. This out of 50 Devil Rays. There's a lot of things that you can kind of dive into these and find that, first ever, from this category, first ever from that, that category. This is another one out of 25. And I've never, like a lot of these cards I've seen like maybe once or twice or 3 times before. And that's it. But is this one I might have seen one other time. I'm not really even sure about that. Then we have Authentics, Gold Reserve out of 25. And I think the market is starting to realize how important the playing days cards like this are, because they're starting to do really well, especially the numbered stuff. So signed game jersey. This is a Yankees one of his. Fun little relic. It's got a star there, on card autograph as well. And this is a card that's just not fair, you guys. Like, take a look at this. How on earth are you supposed to expect to be a player collector of any of these guys and pick this one up? So I'm very, very grateful for this. This is out of 25, 2001. I think it's 2001. Yeah. It has Barry Bonds, Frank Thomas, Ken Griffey Jr., and of course my guy Canseco there. What on earth, you guys? Like, these super collectors of these guys are rabid. And you only have 25 copies, and this is now like close to 25 years old. Just insanity. So very happy to have gotten it. Very special card. And then we also have this on-card autograph of Jose, of course. It's a gold version, SP Chirography. Numbered to 33. We have this one with Jose Canseco, Barry Bonds, and Ken Griffey Jr. And the fun thing is there's a Rawlings logo on Canseco's ball portion there. We have another ball portion for Barry, bat portion for Griffey. So I think it's safe to say this is Jose's first ball card there, which is neat. Jose's first sweet spot. And if you look at the finish of this, it's very ripply, which is really kind of a neat thing that Upper Deck did for a sweet spot. You also have something called Sweet Sticks signatures. That's numbered out 35. I had I have another one that should be right there, but oh well, that's okay. This is probably his most important Stadium Club card. This is 2000 Stadium Club Chrome, first day issue, which that was the thing to chase back in his playing careers, the first day issue. But it's the first day refractor. It's his first refractor for Stadium Club, if I remember correctly. But putting that all together as a numbered out of 25 card, just absolutely incredible. And it's a beautiful card too. Now, when it comes to this as well, this is kind of a fun thing. I was actually on my way to Jose's house 10 years ago. I'd never seen this card for sale before. Popped up on eBay. When I clicked buy it now, it was gone. So it took me years to get one. So there it is. Very happy with it. Super cool card. This is probably no. This is definitely Jose's best rip card. It's called the double rip card because take a look at this. So you have Jose there. Look on the back. Mark McGwire, number 2 of 5. That's McGwire's number. So inside of this, there are 2 cards. And I did the magnet test. It means one of the minis inside of here is a metal card. Is there Mike Trout? Is there, Mickey Mantle, Babe Ruth? I don't know. I don't care. It doesn't matter. This is the best it gets for me for this card. There's no way I would rip this to see what's in there. There's only 5 copies, which is really kind of a neat thing. So let me put some of these back here. Go into some beautiful cards here as well. They're all beautiful to me, but Topps Gold Label Gold or Topps Tribute Gold rather. That's Gold Label. Just a beautiful card there. Out of 100, rarely shows up, but it's gorgeous. Whenever they show up, they are snapped up quickly. These 2 are Jose's first Topps patch cards, and it's from the same run. So these are numbered out 15. That means there's only 13 others. So this is a solid gold patch and a solid green. I just got this one a number of months ago, if I remember correctly. This one here. And the way that Topps did it is they put this down wrong. So there's like a white sliver, if I remember correctly, that's going down right there. They didn't fill the patch enough. So what I did was I heated it up and I just slid it up a little bit to cover the whole thing. And now is how it should be. They are gorgeous cards. Topps' first Canseco patch cards here. Numbered out of 6 and 14 out of 15. Now we also have Topps' first on-card autograph jersey cards. And these are from 2 different runs. So this is unnumbered and the gold is at 25. And they are drop dead gorgeous cards. Incredible. Incredibly beautiful. And they rarely show. They're so hard to pick up. Whenever they pop up, they go quick though. We also have, I'm gonna run through these pretty quickly here because it's kind of fun, but they're also just kind of like a they match, so to speak. So we have this here. This is a buyback 1 of 1 mini. I actually created this border, this frame. Because I just want to have a little bit of fun for myself there on that. But I love the card, the 1 of 1 buyback. I'm a sucker for the mini 1 of 1 buybacks because I think they fit so perfectly. They're just so nice. Then we have Jose's first Allen Ginter mini red ink. It's out of 10. Then we have mini metal. This is out of 3. Jose's first and only superfractor mini, which is a huge deal, of course. Super cool. We have another silk, and they use the same picture that they did for Jose's 89 Topps card. Then we have a red that's out of 5, and number 2 of 5. This is great, you guys. This is a glow-in-the-dark card. It's the only one of Jose I've ever seen. So if I turn out the lights, this glows. This is his wood 1 of 1 mini. Another stained glass. Non-framed red ink. I think that's his, maybe that's his only one, or first one or something, without a frame, numbered out of 10. This is the only copy I've seen of this card ever anywhere. Black frame, gold ink, numbered 1 of 5, and I'm not sure why it's the only one, but it is that I've seen at least in gold ink. And so, I don't think Allen Ginter really does gold ink either. So it's just the whole thing is super fun. It's a really cool card. Now this is one of my favorites though. It is an Allen Ginter 2020 token card. I love when Allen Ginter does this stuff. It's a token that you could use in Oakland. So it's for the Metropolitan Transit System. And it's out of 5. It's number out of 5, so there's only 4 others out there. And that's a good segue to the next one, which is during his playing career. Check this out, you guys. 2000 Topps Subway Fanfare. It's a Yankee, like a New York token, Subway token. One of these just sold for like $500 or something recently. So that was, had it been like a record breaker for, for that card. But it's fun to have these two together. This one went for massive money. This one's way rarer, but they're both incredible looking cards. So moving forward, we have this Bat Barrel, which is a tier 1, has the Rawlings logo on it right there. So some markings and just a super neat card there. You can't go wrong with Bat Barrel cards. And it's just a gorgeous, clean design. And then we have, I think these 3 go together. So right after Jose retired, they started doing retired refractor cards. This is 2003, 2004, 2005, and they are gorgeous, and they're all numbered out of 25, and they never show up. And so these are, I guess these are his first autographed refractors, maybe? Maybe that's what it is. I don't remember exactly. I'll have to do some research on that. That'll be fun. But anyways, either way, I think at the very least, I used to say this was my favorite. It might still be, but this one has caught up in recent years as well. Just the blue background is striking, the white, just everything's wonderful. But man, maybe this is still my favorite. I don't know. I don't know as far as this run goes. And then I love just how everything works as far as the colors go. It seems so patriotic for the 2005 version, which is neat. So now this was a sneaky card right here. This is 98 SPX Finite Spectrum, if I remember correctly. This is one of those cards I didn't know how special it was until I actually had it in hand. And even doing it on camera, it does it no service whatsoever. It is an incredible looking card, you guys. It's numbered out 50, never shows up. I don't know why. I don't know why. It just never shows up. And it's got so much tech on this card as well. So super hard card to find. About to end the first box finally. Topps Trajectory. This is one of my favorite patches I've seen this. That's not like a logo or anything. So this is one from my previous collection I had, but I love color breaks and everything there and just how it's all messy in there. That's exactly what I look for in a patch card. Then we have 400 home run Skybox Dominion Milestones. Very cool card. It's got the cropped out corners there, and it's got embossing, and it's all foil, and just a real nice card. Super nice card. I think that's a 99 or 2000. 2000. Then we also have a play on the 1989 Upper Deck Reverse Negative Dale Murphy. Upper Deck did that for 2002 Upper Deck Authentics. Here he is shown as a left-hander. So they basically just flipped the image and photoshopped out the logos. But anyways, extremely difficult card to find for some reason. I'm not really sure why. I heard the pack pulls on these, like the numbers are not like crazy insane, but I think a lot of people just don't know what they're looking for maybe. But in any event, this never shows up. And this here is an interesting one. This is from his independent league time with the Newark Bears. This card represents the time between, I believe it was between the Yankees and the White Sox, or the time that he was with the Angels. He never played for the Angels, but he signed with them for a little bit, I guess. But anyways, there's a little bit of time where between his major league career that he was at an independent league, and the White Sox finally signed him and brought him up. So, but this is a tough card, and yeah, so so he played more Major League Baseball after this, is what I'm trying to say. So it's really kind of cool. So neat card.
Okay, so here we are in box 2. I actually just got this one back. This is the first autograph buyback of Canseco's most famous Topps card, 1987 Topps Rookie Cup. It's the first card that I ever pulled. And this is numbered to 99, and I think this is from 2004 signature edition. So this isn't one of those buybacks that they've done like billions of in the past 5 years. This was like over a decade before that. So we also have this one. This is a 2001 Elite, Donruss Elite, and it's a status card. It is of him on the Angels, die cut, numbered to 33, and it is gorgeous. And I consider this, well, I'm not going to use the word best anymore. I'm going to say just my favorite Angels card of his. So super, super cool. Just a beautiful card. I actually traded this, traded for this for my buddy Andrew, and it got lost in the mail. Oh, I was so upset. It was so bummed. I was so bummed out. But anyways, my friend John dealt this to me maybe a couple years after that. So very happy to have this back. And this is my favorite Yankees card of his. And so again, this is going back into Grail status area here, because this is a 2000 Fleer Showcase Legacy, and it is the opposite of the refractors, where the player himself, the player outline, Jose himself, is refractory. The rest is not. Stadium Club ended up doing that this last year also, I believe, something similar, but it's numbered out of 20. It's a Legacy edition. It's a very, very difficult card. Beautiful. Again, my favorite Yankees card, which is tough because, I mean, you know, Yankees out there, they got collectors with money. So these next two, these are really cool. So first of all, I might blow your minds here on this one. This right here is the only time that Canseco's Rated Rookie was reprinted. There were two flavors of this, one out of 1,986 versions, and then one out of 86 versions. So the one out of 86 copies has holographic foil right here for the logo, and beautiful card. Just a neat card there. And like I said, so for when you look at this one here, Topps has reprinted the heck out of these. Like they did, oh my goodness, so many, like dozens and dozens and dozens of this type of card, you know, using this artwork here. And you know, this obviously isn't a reprint. This is an original 87 Topps that they bought back and had him sign. But there's so many reprints of it. For Jose's most famous card ever, this is it. This is the only one. And this is from, I believe, 2004. No, 2001. I'm sorry. So he was actually still playing, which is really neat. So this here, this is his first Ray rookie buyback, his first one. So it is numbered out of 21 and is numbered 17. And this one is, I think it's a 2002 recollection collection, and you know, nice condition. A lot of them are not very nicely conditioned, but there's also a 1 of 1. There's 1 or 2 1 of 1s. There's an out of 4. There's an out of 5. So they did a number of these recollection collections of the A6 Ray rookie, but this is the first time that they did that. So it's a very cool card. Now this one, oh my goodness, this is beautiful, and this is also fun because it is a flawless button on-card autograph card, which in the artwork, the foil is phenomenal. It is beautiful. The funny thing is I've seen about three others of this out of 8 run, and they're patches, including the 1 of 1. So my thinking is Panini got the 1 of 1 wrong. They were supposed to put the button in the 1 of 1, and instead they just put a regular patch in the 1 of 1. And the 1 of 1 is a great card, but it's bizarre. It's wild to think that the out of 8 had this. I think I've seen
the out of 5, maybe a couple out of 5s as well, and nothing, you know, and some of the 8s. So it's just kind of a really weird deal, but there you go. Okay, so here we have a run that I'm going to show you all at once. These are Stadium Club gold minted cards. These are, I believe, case hits, and they are gorgeous. The first time I laid my eyes on them, I was in love. I think these are just the coolest ever. Case hits, and the photography, my gosh, phenomenal. And I think this one was 2019. So 2017, 18, and 19. And I don't think they did another one until 2024. So they waited 5 years. And probably 2024. Yeah, I don't know. It's tough to say what my favorite and least favorite is. I love them all. I think it's a great run. Great run of cards. We also have this. This is a, I think, 2016 top, so it's almost 10 years now. On-card autograph, stamp, in a 1989 quarter. And this is numbered 1 of 10. And it's just a super special card, you guys. Like, it really is. It's a neat card. I actually did a version of like a Bart Simpson or a Simpson style Jose Canseco stamp to overlay on this. I don't have it on here or anything like that, so I just and I wouldn't ever like modify this card, but it's fun to do overlays like that sometimes, because this stamp itself doesn't really do a whole lot for me as far as baseball goes. I think there was some sort of like significance to this, but I don't remember what it is. But in any event, it's a unique card because it's got the coin, it's got the stamp, it's got the autograph. They did 4 others of these cards without autographs, and I think without stamps, without coins, I think. Or maybe they all had stamps and coins, but they didn't have the autograph, and they're all numbered out of 25. There's something like that. In any event, this is the card to have out of the run, and I just love that one. So then we have this. This is incredible because it is a signed popsicle stick. I don't know, you guys. I'm not sure. I'm just kidding. The patch is amazing. I really love just the blue holographic foil and the uniqueness of this autograph. I've seen a number of the other ones. They had like maybe lesser patches or you know, little notches in the wood or something. And that's not to say anything about them at all. Like, that's not to say anything negative about any of those cards, because they're all phenomenal, but this is definitely my favorite out of them. And now we have this one. This is probably, oh man, this might be my favorite card of a dual card of Canseco, because it has Will Clark on there. I think this is the only time they've shared a relic card together on one card. So it's numbered out of 10, and it's got beautiful, solid, chunky patches. Love that. And I don't know if I've seen more than one other of this out here. And the Will Clark collectors are just as crazy as the Canseco collectors. That might be a little far-fetched there, but anyways, it's a very special card. And it reminds me, I'll go back to this. This is my childhood. So 89 World Series. For the Oakland fans, that was the hero, that was the villain, and there you go. So wonderful card. Then we have this is I believe it's a 2000, let me see here, yeah, 2000 Bowman Chrome. I think it's I don't remember what they call it, like a retro future refractor or something like that. Very difficult card to find, but it's also it's a takeoff of the 1955 Bowman design. Okay, so this is a 1998 Fleer, I believe it's called Tradition, and this is actually a kind of a retro design as well. This is a takeoff of the 1963 Fleer set. The base card does not have this part is foil, but this is numbered out of 63, as you can see on the back there. Very difficult card to get a hold of, but it's really neat. So it's kind of fun because you have
1955 Bowman here, 1963 Fleer here, and I love the 63 Fleer set, you guys. Like they had some wonderful cards in that set. All right, so this card is what I would absolutely consider a grail. It is the 2002 Leaf certified fabric of the game, and let me tell you why this is such a special card. This is actually Jose's first auto patch of him on the A's, and I think this was, if I remember correctly, I think this is his first auto patch ever. I think I'll have to check on that, but in any event, it was released like pretty quickly after he retired, and it's got a fun little quirky deal to it, along with a fun little story. So anyways, the back of the card shows the jersey. It says 5 out of 33, but it's not out of 33. The first 10 only had this autograph. The other 23 did not. Now, out of those 10, I've seen several of them, and only 1 or 2 that I've seen have a patch. The rest are, white jerseys. So it's just a very special card. Yeah, it's pretty great. So this is kind of fun because I ended up missing this card while I was actually on my way to Jose's house, and was bummed about that, but it ended up being in somebody else's collection. I ended up buying out years and years later, so it's kind of a fun thing, but it's really nice. The patch is amazing, signature is amazing, and just the story and everything behind it. All right, so this is a 1998 Leaf Diamond Axis Fractal Matrix, that's a mouthful, executive prototype. What that means is XX out of 50 instead of a number out of 50. So this was meant to be given to the Donruss executives or dealers or whatever. I think it's mainly the Donruss executives. It's a beautiful card. It rarely shows up. I've seen one other executive sample of this, executive prototype of this. My friend Mark has it, and he just picked it up, I think, probably in the last couple of years. So this card made it through my initial sell-off. Like, it was one of 7 cards that made it. So pretty cool. Now this one is also I would consider it to be a unicorn card. Like, you don't know it exists until it actually shows up. So 1996 Ultra Gold Medallion Home Run Kings, but this is the redemption. If you look on the back, it has a little exchange card. So I guess it's called the exchange card. So I've seen one other of this, and the interesting thing is the other one has like a more dull finish. This has gloss, and so my understanding is what Fleer was doing was they were trying to figure out how to work foil and printing on top of wood, and it just wasn't working out well for them. So a lot of the exchange type cards with this back were not uniform. They didn't work out too well, but they put them in packs so that way you could send these in for the actual regular card. So, and it's still wood and everything and all that. It's just significantly rare because it's got the exchange back. Okay, so Topps did a number of years of museum with Jose in them with the framed cards. So they were out of 15, 10, 5, and a 1 of 1 wood. So I had the wood version of this, but I actually dealt it away, and I ended up having another wood one, which you'll see here in a little bit. But I like this card so much. I love the black frame out of 5, the holographic foil on it. I think it's just like a killer card. I think it is just really beautiful looking. It's very thick, and like I said, the frame itself is like a black metal, which is neat. So it's got a lot of more heft to it. So it's a cool card. This next run is actually a rainbow, and I will try to put these in order here. So this is, let's see, 2020 Topps Inception. I love the artwork that they did. So this is out of 20, and this card sells for quite a bit out of 20.
like significantly more than his other similar serial numbered counterparts that are just autographed and they're licensed. So here's the one that's out of 10. This is my favorite one. It's orange. And then the out of 5, which is blue. Oh, it looks like that's 1 out of 5. I didn't know that. And then the 1 of 1 black, the only one. So obviously I am the only one with all of them. So the funny thing is I did a deal with my friend Mark on this one. I dealt it, and then I asked, if he would be willing to deal this back. Like I think it was a few years later or something, because I was just like, I'm going to be able to find this card later. It's out of 10, and I've never seen any others. Well, guess what? I mean, years later, I still haven't seen another one. So if you see one, reach out to me so I can tell Mark about this. So that way we can give him another that card back there. So, but anyways, real nice. I've seen a number of these out of 5s. Obviously only seen this one. I've seen a number of these, but just one of this, and I don't know why. And it's my favorite. I love the orange. I think it's super, super cool. Okay, let me put these back here, actually. I think we have a couple of the same here. So I'm grouping these 3 together because they're Upper Deck die cut cards. So this one is the Upper Deck Power Rally, and it's orange also. I love my orange cards. And it is numbered out of 100, but it's one of those cards that number is not indicative of how often they show up. They just don't. I think this is a 99 or 99. Same with this. I think this is out of 70. Yeah, out of 70. And it's the Home Run Chronicles. This is one that I didn't care about at all, really. So I ended up taking a nice picture to get the holographic foil to pop, and I step back and go, wow, that is a beautiful card. But I sold it. So anyways, thankfully I was able to get one back. I love this card. Again, it just never shows up. And I think this is the first Upper Deck die cut card I've ever gotten. It is out of 100 as well. And once again, tough as nails. I don't know why. I think just the people that have these, I think they realize how special they are and they just don't want to let them go. So anyways, really, really cool trio there. So 90, this is SP Authentic, by the way. Oh, I'm so old I could barely read this. I don't know. I wish I could see. It's either 98 or 99. This, I think we found out it's 99. That's 99 also. So anyways, they're all 90s cards apparently, right? Yeah. I'm so old. I can't. Here's the problem. I don't know if I can. Maybe I can see it from there. So yeah, this is, well, the light from the light box here is causing problems too. So, but anyways, really special cards. Speaking of special cards, I've got to show you guys these 2010 Exquisite. So it has been said that there are 7 of these out there, and they can easily go for hundreds of dollars. And it's a beautiful card, and the story behind it, if I remember correctly, I think you guys need to do a little searching on this for Exquisite, but big deal of a card because it says it's 35 out of 75, but Upper Deck lost its license. I think they were sued by Major League Baseball or something like that, so they had to pull these, and they couldn't put them in packs or anything. So there's only like 7 of them or so out there, and just a incredible looking card though. Very thick for a base card like that, but just the foil work is awesome. But that does not hold a candle to this one. This is the patch card. And let me tell you guys about this. So first of all, I think there's only 5 of these if I remember correctly. And it is a very, very special card because this card was produced in the dead area of Canseco card production. So from 2006 to 2013, there were very, very few licensed Canseco cards that were put out. So it's like basically around the time he published his book, it's like they blackballed him in baseball cards or something. until Topps decided to come back and start doing some licensed cards of him in 2014. And Leaf did some, in a few years prior to that. But as far as licensed cards go, this was kind of like an exciting thing for baseball collectors, and highly sought after card. 2010 exquisite patch. Like I said, I think there's 4 others out there, maybe 3, 4 others out there, but in any event, very thankful to have this. This was initially in the collection that I talked about earlier that I was supposed to acquire but didn't get to, and this is one of the better cards of the collection there. So love that. So to show them together, there they are. And in the set, by the way, 2010 exquisite. Jose is in it a few other times. He's in a dual card with Dennis Eckersley and a triple card with Bo Jackson and Don Mattingly. I don't typically go after multiplayer cards. I do sometimes, and I would for those. I love those, but these are the ones that are most important to me there. So just featuring him. Okay, so this right here might be my absolute favorite rainbow. And guess what? It's a Leaf. So we're gonna do this here. This was a 2007 Leaf Q on-card autograph jumbo patch. These are the biggest, from what I remember, the biggest jumbo patch on-card auto cards that Canseco has, if I remember correctly. So there's the nameplate. I don't think there's many of them, if any others out there, that have two letters. So it looks like maybe that's part of the S and this is part of the E, perhaps. Maybe that's how that goes, and that just right on the back of his jersey there. The next one, and this is unnumbered, the next one is out of 25. Gorgeous patch. I actually ended up trading mine because I liked this one so much better because there's so many color breaks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I mean, there's like 10 color breaks if you want to be crazy about it. So which is kind of fun, but I really, really love that. So, and then we have the 10. Again, it's just a patch that I love. I love the swoops and all that stuff. I'm a sucker for those. Those are my favorites. I'm more of a patch guy than an autograph guy personally, for Canseco cards at least. And maybe it's because there's so few of them out there, but in any event, just wonderful cards. And this is out of 5. Again, the patch is just ridiculous. And we're going to holographic foil, so holographic silver. 5 of 5. I love it. I actually had a logo patch in this, and I got rid of the logo patch, which I think some people would think I'm crazy, but I just really love this little swoop there. I think it's so cool. And this is the granddaddy of them all, one of my favorite cards ever. This survived my massive sell-off. I ended up getting this while we were at Legoland. I saw it on eBay from there. The 1 of 1. It is maybe the biggest, I don't know how to say, like the biggest logo patch with autograph or something perhaps. Just a phenomenal card. And you have like, the airbrush logos, of course, because it's not a licensed card, it's a Leaf. But from a perspective of look and feel, aesthetics, just everything, I think this is just so beautiful. I love that. I think it's just an incredible card, and I love having that entire rainbow because, like I said, it's a rainbow that's got the biggest patches with autographs, if I remember correctly, and just kind of fun to think of it that way. So, anyways, we have this here. This is a 1996 Fleer Ultra Thunderclap Gold Medallion Edition. I love the purples and pinks, and the silver holographic foil all works beautifully together. Red Sox card there, real nice. And then this is the SPX, I think it's called Radiance perhaps. Now if you look, this actually is the same metallic foil, holographic foil that the PMG for 98 uses. And this is just absolutely mesmerizing. Just an incredible card. I love that. So again, as I said before, I don't really do a whole lot of buybacks. However, I make some exceptions when they're extremely special. So this is As far as I know, I think it's the only buyback one of one A's relic autograph that they did. And they did it on this one, which is particularly special because the Topps Farewell card was not a set. It was a card specifically they made for Canseco after he retired. This is literally the only one. There's no other, farewell cards or whatever from that set. So, and the regular card of this with just the, bat piece, I think goes for maybe $15-$20 or something like that. So this is obviously the one of one, has the autograph and is bought back in 2021. So love the picture. I mean, it's a beautiful card. So with as much as I dislike buybacks from Topps of the past several years, this one I love tons. And then we will do a trio of cards next. We have the fan favorites, and this is numbered out of 25, I believe, and this is a 2005, 20 years old already. And then we have this is a Topps Pristine, and this has got to be one of my favorite Bat Relic cards. Just an incredible refractor card there, and this is out of 25 as well. This is a 2005 also, getting 20 years old. And then this is another one of my favorite, absolute favorite bat piece cards. And by the way, they did regular versions of these without the holofoil and refractor look, and I don't think either were numbered. Maybe they were, but I don't think so. And same with this one, another refractor kind of finish, and again also numbered out of 25, and it's the first one, so that's pretty fun. I love the bazooka guy, and it's talking about, Jose talks about the home run ball that bounced off his head. There's not many cards out there officially licensed, at the very least, that even mention this. So this might be the only one, but I'm not sure. They make so many cards these days. But anyway, so like I said, these are, and this is a 2004, so these are all over 20 years old at this point. They just don't ever show up. I actually think, if I remember correctly, it's a pretty bad picture, but check out this one. I think there's one on eBay right now that's actually pretty reasonably priced, so which is pretty cool. But anyway, so these here, I'll show these. These are not really big cards, but they just might be the best executed refractor cards ever. They are gorgeous. They have the little stippling or whatever you call them, the embossments. I mean, they're just incredibly beautiful cards. They've got the wow factor in spades. They're numbered out of 299. They're not hard cards. They show up, maybe once a year or something, maybe. I don't know. I'll have to check, but they show up every now and then. So keep your eyes peeled if you want these, you guys. Like I don't think they sell for more than $20-$30 each. I don't think. I mean, that might have changed now, but I think that's the case. So they're gorgeous cards. Now, when it comes to other refractors, these are two heavy hitters. They've got the 87 style, which is tremendous, and this is the refractor version, the gold refractor version of all-time fan favorites, 2005, I think, 25 out of 25. 2005, and this is the refractor reprints. I think this might be the first time they actually reprinted the 87 Topps card, which means a lot to me. Is the first card I've ever pulled, was the 87 Topps card, and this is numbered out 15. And you guys, these cards, they're very special. They have the same type of treatments as these two here, in terms of embossing and everything. And I mean, they are beyond gorgeous, and they just never show up. So there are, I think there's a base chrome of this, and there's a gold one of this also, but it apparently doesn't look too much more different than this. And for this one, there's a regular refractor of this that's like numbered to 299. So I think it goes for more just because of the A7 style and the yellow jersey and all that. But I bet you could probably get the regular version of this for, at the time of this recording at least, I don't know, maybe $60 or $70. To find one that's numbered out of 25 like this, forget about it. It's going to go crazy high, just like this one will. But beautiful cards. And so to knock out the rest of this row here, this is a nice 4-card run of Donruss season stat line cards. Now, the neat thing about these is that what Donruss did is, if I remember correctly, I'm going to try to say this as quickly and concisely as possible. In 98, I think it was, I'm going to get things wrong here. 98 was Pinnacle part of Leaf also, or vice versa, or something happened where, Donruss was, basically out of the game. And so in 2001, I think it was, they were bought out by somebody. In 2001, they started producing cards. Well, what they did was they did some retro cards. So this is what like a 99 Donruss would look like. This is what a 2001 Donruss would look like in 2000. So I guess the only two real retro ones would be 99 and 2000, I think. This is a 2001 and then 2002. And I think all three of these were actually produced in 2001, if I remember correctly, with this one being in 2002, I think. They're all serial numbered. They have the regular versions. They have the career stat lines, which are not holographic foil like this. And these are the big bad ones. The season stat lines are all refractor. The toughest one is this one. It's the only one I've ever seen. It's numbered out of 34, I believe. Yeah, 34. And just a gorgeous card, but all of them are. And they do pretty well. They do pretty well. Okay, now we have another fun run, which I need to talk through a little bit. These are the Skybox Raves and Super Raves. So let me talk through them here. So this is 96 Circa Rave. It's got some very nice foil work right there. Numbered out of 150. Sells for quite a bit more than you'd think that 150 card would sell for. This is the 97 Circa Rave at 150 as well, but the A's version, and look how loud these cards are, you guys, like crazy, right? This has purple foil. Then you have the 98 Rave out of 150. Look at that. So Jose, I think it was in spring training or something for the Blue Jays. He wore 00. I think that's what it was. Something like that. I'll have to Google it. But again, amazing foil work out of 150. So these are the 3 Raves. And then, well, you also have this Rave here too. This is the 99 Rave. I just wrote an article about these. So the fun thing is from 95 or 96 to 98, Marvel, the comic book company, owned Skybox, and that's who created these cards. 99, they're gone, and look what happened to the design. You see the difference? What a difference. You have like super loud, colorful, crazy cards, and then muted. Well, these are the Raves, but they also did 2 Super Raves. So here is the Super Rave for the 98. It's out of 25. And here's my latest. I just picked this up. 99 Super Rave. This is an insanely hard card to get. I've only seen it for sale once. It was at auction. I saw it live, but I wasn't really interested at the time. And the seller didn't even put Rave in the title, so, which was crazy. I think they called it a Super Rant. Now, Rant is another parallel of this, but it's unnumbered. It's not really anything crazy hard to get. So these are the 2 Grails out of all of the Raves. They're the 2 Super Raves, 98 and 99. And wild about the Marvel thing, right? Okay, so these are, I think I have a handful of cards I'm going to show you now that are like insane. So here is a Top Sterling bat knob card, but this is actually the end of the bat. This is the end of the bat here instead of the knob, if I remember correctly. But here is a knob card with an autograph. So I love Top Sterling, the finish of those, and this doesn't have that, but it's still very classy. It actually matches the black barrel card that I have that signed. And this is my favorite barrel card right here. Top Sterling, 1 of 1 on card autograph. Says his name loud and proud there. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Now here is probably my favorite knob, Sterling. And I love just the refractor foil, the holographic foil, but it's muted just enough, like it's gorgeous. And then we have another sterling barrel. That's insane. Maybe my favorite non-autographed barrel. I mean, just sterling just did him right. I mean, that's unreal. And speaking of sterling, one more. This is another one. I think it's the bat end. So it's kind of fun to have the knob, the end, and then we have the middle, the nameplate. So really, really, really cool cards there. I love those. So now we've heard of superfractors and super raves and stuff. Well, these are superscript cards. 1999 and 2000. They're out of 25. I've seen one of this and maybe two of this, or maybe one of each, and that's it. No more. Incredible cards. They're gorgeous. I mean, I love the foil work on them, and just ridiculously difficult to find. Speaking of ridiculously difficult to find, here is the 1 of 1, 99 Ultimate Victory gold. So I've seen them with the 1 of 1 serial number right here and without. The conventional line of thinking is that the ones without the 1 of 1 were the replacements. So maybe the 1 of 1 that was stamped of Canseco, either there isn't one, or it was damaged, or it's out there somewhere. But either way, this is a beautiful card. I deemed this the most beautiful card from the 90s at one point, because it is just incredible. It's mesmerizing. You can tilt it back and forth in the light and just be, hypnotized. So this next run here is going to be pretty big. It's a 17 card run, and I still need 3 of these guys left. 3 of these cards left. So I will quickly go through them, but it is 2000 Topps Tech gold. They're all numbered out of 10, and they are gorgeous. I mean, just incredible cards. So like I said, I need 3 more to finish the entire 20 card rainbow, and the problem is they never show up. They never show up. So I'm thankful to have the 17 I do. Really wish those other 3 would show up. There we go. I mean, super low numbered. I mean, you look at the back, this is 5 of 10, for instance, and they're gorgeous. And we have this one here. This is a fabulous 40s, because Jose hit over 40 home runs in 98. It's the 46 there. That's why it's numbered to 46. And it has got this incredible embossing on Canseco himself, and some great, crazy looking foil work all throughout. Just a very, very nice card, and extremely difficult to find. Speaking of extremely difficult to find, this is the, I think, is it a 97? It's got to be 97. Yeah, 97 SPX Grand Finale. The print run is out of 50, but it's not serial numbered. That's the print run, the announced print run. The problem is there's no other markings on this to show that it's a grand finale, other than the fact that this hologram is gold, has gold tint, and it's extremely difficult to figure that out if it's silver or gold online. It's like you actually have to be at a card shop or card show to tell. And if they know already, then this is going to go for like crazy, crazy money if they already know it's a grand finale. But I ended up moving this to another Canseco collector, and over the next like 2 or 3 years, I begged him to deal it back to me. He wouldn't do it, so he ended up selling his collection to me. So that's the way I was able to get this back. So great card though. And you know what I said about buybacks? I don't really like buybacks. Well, when I have buybacks, I love them. So this is the only playing career refractor 1 of 1 buyback that I've ever seen of Jose. And it is gorgeous. I had, at one point, I was featured on, by Topps for all of the buybacks I have and the rest of my collection. I had over 100 buybacks, and I ended up moving all of them except for this one because this is my absolute favorite by a country mile. And so this is one of the 7 that remained with me. Oh, that's cool. I didn't realize the back was refractory also. But anyway, so we're very happy to still have that. Then we have another little bit of a rainbow here. This is a 97 Pinnacle certified in mirror blue, red, and gold. They're not numbered. They came right after the 96s, which were insanely sought after, like super crazy cards, especially the gold. There's print run of 30, and it's the one that started the whole insert craze as far as like super low number stuff. So they floated out those 30, 60, and 90, but there's more that were printed than that. Still, they still sell for pretty decently, and they're just gorgeous cards. Then we have this Pinnacle Inside 97. This was a fun one because they were actually produced, or they are distributed inside of like what look like Coke cans, like not Coca-Cola, but like soda pop cans basically. And these are extremely difficult, the ones that have like the little saw cut, die cut area there, and a lot of times the tabs will be bent or something. So this is and this one does not have that, which is great, but wonderful card, and yeah, very difficult to have. This is another extremely difficult card. This is like the only one I've seen. I think I've seen one on eBay that might still be there, and it's not numbered. It's like a sheet cut or something. I think it used to be mine from years ago, but this is the only one I've seen that's actually numbered. It's out of 25. It's 99 Bowman Chrome gold refractor, and a beautiful card. The international refractor I actually like better, but this is a really crazy tough card, and it's gorgeous. Okay, and here we have a Topps Clearly Authentic 1 of 1 in the style of 1985 Topps. It's the red ink, and I think this is it's 2020, so it's 5 years old already. Golly. In any event, it's extra special because Jose was first called up in 85. So, you know, he was Rookie of the Year at 86, but he actually played his first games in 1985, which is really kind of a neat thing for that card. Then we have this. It's a, I think they call this a retrofractor. I think it's from 2001. But anyway, so it says obviously A6 Topps traded rookie, but in a refractor form, which gotta love that. I mean, that's great stuff. Here's a little bit of a run of 2014 Topps Tech. It's not anywhere near the entire run of them because there's tons of them, but they're my favorites. We have the black and white autograph on card out of 15. We have the Red Storm autograph out of 10. And then we have the blue something or other. I don't remember what they call it, but it's out of 5. So that's 5 of 5. This is 3 of 15, and this is 6 of 10. So anyways, really nice run there. I love those. Okay. Then we have Jose's first and only 1 of 1 autograph foil fractor. And I love this. It's also the design of 1990, and my goodness gracious, that's incredible. Such an incredible card. Love that. Tidal Waves. This is a 2001, I think. And anyways, very nice. It is numbered out of 1,991. The first 100 have the holographic foil attached to it. Is that really 2001? Yeah, 2001. I'm surprised that they did an A's version while he was still playing. But anyway. All right, and then we have, this is an atomic refractor where he's embossed. I think that's what it's called, is an atomic. We have another red out of 5. All right, so this is going to be a fun little run here. I'm looking forward to showing you this here. Okay, take a look at this. Superfractor, superfractor, superfractor.
superfractor, superfractor, all superfractors. I think this is like a fourth of the run of all superfractors ever made for Jose, and I probably have owned at one point or another fourth of them. So I probably have my paws on about half of them at this point. But anyway, so I really love this on card. I think this is great. I love the 84 style. Love the 88, and I love how they tilted the autograph. This is a sticker autograph. I think that's incredible. It's obviously 88 being special because it was his 40-40 season. 89, this might be my favorite non-autograph version, just because, I don't know, something about this picture captures my childhood for me. Just the swagger that he had, and also 89 Topps. 89 was when I started collecting. Then Finest, this is his first Finest autograph, superfractor. And this might be my favorite superfractor that's ever been made of him, I think. And then this is, I believe, the only Topps Chrome Black superfractor of his. And you saw in there also his only 𝐬𝐮𝐬𝐫𝐸 superfractor. And this is another 54 Topps style. And then this is his 98 Bowman's Best Performer style superfractor, which is really cool. I like all of the superfractor material all around it. But I want to show the 54s together because normally they'll do like the same style and, you know, an autograph and a non-autograph version. Well, they did two separate cards. That's from the same set, you guys. Like, really cool. I think that is just fantastic. I love superfractors, obviously. Who doesn't love superfractors? So there you go. So we have 3, 6, 7, 8. So I have apparently, I guess, 9 superfractors at this point. Told myself I was going to stop at 1. So this is, I believe, Jose's lowest serial numbered A's card during his playing days. It is a Z-axis 1998 fractal materials from Leaf. It's numbered out of 20, and it's considered the leather card, so the leather finish. I don't know if you can see that or not through there, but which is really cool. Then we have these two, and these are incredible also. They're both decal edged. They're finest gold refractors, and I mean, just insane, you know, insane work on them. I really like how they look together. And yeah, here's that other one. So this is his lowest numbered sweet spot. It's a Yankees red ink 2003 out of 25. And then blah blah, you know how I say about buybacks, I don't like them. But then I have these. So, and these aren't even autographed, but take a look at this. There is a fun story about this. So 90 Upper Deck, or well, we'll start with this one. 89 Upper Deck, they started inserting these in packs like in 2009, if I remember correctly. Jose had 3 89 Upper Deck cards. They had the checklist, the MVP version, and then the flagship one. I've seen the other ones several times, like literally several times, and they're hard to find cards. I've never seen this one before, so that's fun to be able to, you know, see this one again, to have this one. And I think, if I remember correctly, I think I dealt this way to my friend John, and I think it came back to me. So John, remind me if you don't mind. But I think that was, I think that's how it happened. The 90, on the other hand, has, with as rare as this is, guys, like this is insane rarity. This card has a crazy story. So these popped up several years ago from a story from a website, I believe is Freedom Cardboard. And as the story goes, somebody went to a yard sale. They found a set of 1990 Upper Deck. They opened it up, and they all had this treatment. And so as the story goes, the way it was supposed to happen was these are supposed to be randomly inserted in 2010 Upper Deck products. But it never happened because they lost their license. Remember what I told you about the 𝐾𝐨𝐧'𝐭? Well, that's why. So these two are ridiculously tough to get. But I love them. And also remember how they were produced, when they were produced. 2009, 2010. That's smack dab in the middle of that Canseco card drought. So pretty darn cool. All right, now we have
an MVP card, 1 of 5, from, I believe it is it really 2016? 2016 Topps Tribute, I think. So this card's almost 10 years old now. That's insane. Anyways, I had the black, and really nice card. It's just, I like the red, just aesthetically better because it pops more. Yeah, I mean, the black would be amazing to have. Again, but the red one, there's something about it. I really like it. And so this card used to be mine. It's bounced back and forth to people a few times and finally came back to me. So hopefully maybe it's final resting spot here. So now we have a little more Grail action here. So the green, the purple, and the Grail, the red Crusade. This is considered by some to be the best card right there, which, you know, I'm not one to say anything otherwise, but it is definitely in the running for me. But there's the green, purple, and red, the run. They are gorgeous together. Now, they've tried to reprint these types of cards and remake different types of Crusades, but nothing comes close to the genuine article. And oh my gosh, gorgeous. From a looks perspective, the green is my favorite because of green and gold. But everybody knows this is the one. This is the one to have. This is numbered out of 250. Rarely shows up. Sells really good. This is out of 100. But this one is the one to have. Everybody's goal in life is as collectors go. If their player is in Crusade, they want the red. All right. Now we also have 2005 SP Legendary Cuts, where it's numbered 5 of 5, autograph, and it has the elephant logo patch. Just a really incredible card. I had the 1 of 1, a 1 of 1. I think there's multiple 1 of 1s in the set, and it was just a Blake jersey. So, you know, I really like this one. I would much rather have something like this instead of just a plain jersey swatch. So it's really cool. All right. So remember I told you several minutes ago about the 99 Bowman Chrome golden refractor out of 25. Well, this is the international refractor, and I like this way more. And it's out of 100. But the other one is way harder to get and way more valuable and everything. But this one, aesthetically, yeah, this does it for me. I love that. I think it's great. Now I will pull through 6 cards, and we're actually on the home stretch here, believe it or not. Okay, so these are Flair, 1997 Flair Legacy cards. These are all out of 100, and they have holographic blue foil. This is the big one to get, and so there are far more collectors to have this one, or that keep this one than the others. So this is much more coveted than the others, but all of them are very coveted because they're beautiful cards. They're, you know, from 97. They're from when he was on the A's. Then we have 98. He wasn't even in Flair for some reason. Then we have the 99s. Same treatment. These are out of 99, I think. Are they all out of 99? I think so. Yeah. These are out of 99. And they're all the Showcase Legacy, I think is what they're called. Legacy Showcase, something like that. Anyways, 99, blue holofoil. I mean, just incredible cards. Really, really cool. Coming up is one of my favorites. This is a 2019 National Treasures Colossal. This was taken from Jose's rookie jersey. And I love the gold jersey. I love the giant red Rawlings tag. I think this is an incredible card. Again, one of my favorites. If I had to pick like a top 5 as far as like memorabilia cards go, I think definitely this would be in it, and maybe it'd be in top 3. I don't know, but I mean, just a crazy amazing card with his rookie jersey laundry tag. So, and this is another one that could be in the running. So 2017, I think. 2017 Gypsy Queen button on-card autograph. I mean, the design is nuts. It's incredible. I love that design. I think it's just so cool. We also have another barrel, which is, I think it's Canseco's only Devil Rays nameplate barrel, if I remember correctly. This is 2021. Yeah, it's a great design. Really like that. And you remember that wood museum card I told you about that I sold? Well, here is the replacement of it. And this is gorgeous. This is this looks like a rookie picture there, or close to it, at least for his first stint with Oakland. And this is 2018. It's crazy, you guys. Like thinking about cards that are like 2000, 16, 17, 18. They're coming out to be close to 10 years old in the next few years here. So really kind of a neat thing. But this is more of a work of art than anything. Everything is wood. It's just a wood card, wood frame, gold hollow foil, gold signature on card. It's perfect. Yeah, piece of art. Now we have this. This is one of those cards where I didn't really think a whole lot about until I started researching it probably past several months ago. This is out of 25. It shows a picture of the bat that this was cut from. And the fun thing about it, which differentiates this from 99% of the other cards out there, is that this is a home run bat. So we are guaranteed that this piece came from a bat that Jose hit a home run with, which is great. And I actually looked it up. I was able to find the video, if I remember correctly, of where he hit, like when he hit this home run on YouTube. Because I think it says, I think if you zoom in, I think it says the actual number, home run number, so you can look it up there. I love doing that type of research. Great stuff. These two have always been like a pair in my mind for some reason. They're one of ones and they're post-career, but they're so different. Like there's not another one that I've seen of Jose in that material. It's a Topps Fire, one of one. I think they called it an Inferno from 2017. And then we have this Panini. This has an autograph, but look at the foil. It's called Private Signings VIP. That's from 2019. So for some reason, I've always paired these two in my head together. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous cards. Okay, so we have these two as well. These are SP Game Use Patch Edition. This is 50 out of 50, which is great. World Series, it has a Devil Rays patch. All kinds of color breaks. And then we have this one, an A's version, where the patch is incredible. It's just got that swirl and everything. It's my favorite I've seen of this. And it's 42 of 50. So the fun thing is also with this, like you see the artwork here. It's just a flat card. It's very nice. Got nice applied foil and everything. This, on the other hand, has like a 3D kind of shadow boxy type of feel, which is really kind of neat for this card. So I've really, really enjoyed that. And this is a Material Ink. This is 2004 Timeless Treasures. This card has a fun little story. It's out of 10. And I think it's 2004. Yeah, 2004. And yeah, it says on the front there. But this card, somebody reached out to me with this and they kind of held it over my head for a while. And I really wanted to do a deal, but they just weren't budging. So I go, they were not selling it or anything. So I go, okay. And so I forgot about it. Well, a buddy of mine ended up getting this. I bought him out and that's how I got this card. So it's kind of fun. And I really like that design. I think it's just so great. Okay. This is another card that I've got this insane story about. And that's one of the things you probably have to go to tanmanbaseballfan.com to look up. 98 Pinnacle Certified Mirror Red to read about. It's got a crazy story behind it. This is a prototype. It's not something that was ever released. I used to have a blue and gold version of it, and I want to pick up those again. If anybody has a lead on those, let me know, please. Pretty please. But beautiful card, great colors, kind of patriotic looking. Anyway, really nice. And this is more of like this is not rare. It's just gorgeous. So I'll probably be doing a video of of Canseco cards that are like cost effective, but have like bang for the buck because they're beautiful. But anyway, so this would be one of them. It's 98 score, artist proof, I think is what it is, from Rookie and Traded, if I remember. Yeah. These two, on the other hand, I can reach back there. These two, on the other hand, are really special. They are, I believe that they're like one's called a platinum, one's called a premier, from 97 score. And you could tell more in hand probably that one's more silver and one's more gold. The silver one, this here is the platinum, I believe. Yeah, team platinum team. This one is difficult to get. It's gorgeous. I believe there might be one on eBay right now, possibly. You can check that out. And I recommend getting it. It's really great. This is literally the only version of this I've ever seen. And it's the premium. I bought it thinking it was this. Actually, I didn't really realize. I realized there's a difference, but the holographic foil both go different ways. And I mean, just a gorgeous pair. This might be his hardest Red Sox card, to be honest with you. So really kind of a neat deal. We have another barrel. This is my first licensed barrel, I think, and this has changed hands a handful of times. And I really, really wanted to get this back because it was I think this is his second ever barrel released, licensed barrel released, which is pretty neat. But the artwork is amazing. The nameplate, perfect. It's got like the name of the bat, and it's got his name underneath and a little smear for where the bat hit and everything. Just an incredible card. I have a video on my computer of the breaker pulling this, which is kind of fun. Then we have these. Own the Name. These are the only two that they've made. They've made others with different, letters of his, but these are the only two sets they're from. They're one of ones. Yeah, I like both of them. I mean, I love both of them, but I'm not sure which one I like better. I just don't know. Also, EO, essential oils. We have, for some reason, a medicine cabinet of them. I'm not sure EOs do anything, but but we've got a lot of them. And I'm just going to pull the rest of these from this box so I don't have to keep going back and forth. This is a draft class out of 25. The one side is Canseco. The other side is 𝐷𝐷𝐿, which is kind of a fun play. And there's not really a connection I know of these guys. However, I've noticed in the past several years they've been in the same circles as far as signings and everything go quite a bit recently. So we also have this here, and this is a great story. 1995 score. They did a thing where if you ended up getting all of the gold versions of a team, if I remember correctly, you could send them into score. They would send you back the list or the cards punched with their little logo there. And then they would also give you a platinum version of the set, which is cool. Problem is they apparently thought this was too cumbersome. So after the first, few, they ended up stopping doing this. Well, as it turns out, the ones that they basically intentionally damaged are the ones that are like wildly valuable. So happy to have this one back in the collection. Incredibly cool story, really fun. So now the last two of this box are insanely gorgeous. So out of 33 and out of 10, Hall of Fame numbers. And if I took it, I wish I could take them out. I can, but I don't want to on video here. But there's like a 3D effect here, also like that one other card that I was showing you all. So they are really, really gorgeous cards. I really, really enjoy them. Love how the artwork was. I love how just the ingenuity that goes into this. I had a number of these before. I kept my favorite patch. The patch is my most important part for me. And this one, it's a great patch. It's just the problem is thing is you don't really, beggars can't be choosers, right? When it comes to this, there's only 9 others out there, and not many people are selling those. So, okay, actually, this is the last one for this box, and I'll go to the next one. This is a 97 score reserve collection, I think, if I remember correctly. It is very condition sensitive, but the foil, the etching, everything is just beyond gorgeous. Like, I love this card. I think that's just incredible. They're extremely difficult to come by as well. And that's the weird thing about Score in the mid 90s. They would have a number of cards that are like beautiful, but not rare at all. And they'd have also beautiful cards that are equally as beautiful, but like crazy rare. So this is one of the rare ones. Okay, so this is the last box. I'm not going to go through the entire box because a lot of these are not like cards I would deem worthy to stay in my collection. So some of them are duplicates, some of them are trade bait, but I'll show you the ones that are not either of those. We'll start with this, and this card is not one that I was really too terribly excited about until a couple days ago. Even though I'm not really excited about it, but I'm thankful for it. It's hand numbered out of 150. Turns out this is the only patch card of Canseco that they produced and released between the time that he took his final swing at the major league level and when he announced his retirement. So that makes it pretty darn special. So this is Canseco's black refractor of the Expos, maybe his best Expos card, perhaps. My favorite. It's numbered out of 50. Weird thing happened about this card, you guys. Like, they have the base version, the chrome version, the refractor version, and then this black refractor version. And there's some other ones as well in there, but those are the main ones. The base card for a while was like getting $20 or something, and I have no idea why. But the refractor still goes for pretty good money. This one just never shows up because it's the black refractor, again, out 50. Beautiful, beautiful card. I think this was put out before he announced his retirement, if I remember correctly. This is one that I didn't really think too terribly much about when I first had it. Topps Chrome Gold Nuggets refractor, golden anniversary, and it's just got like this amazing finish to it. Then we have 2000 Topps Gold label. This is the run of all three of them out of 100. Beautiful cards, absolutely gorgeous. They don't really ever show up either. So this is a card that's not like, doesn't really have a wow factor or anything. But for some reason, this is like the only one I've ever seen for sale. I think the last one for sale in sales records show like 13 years ago or something. I'm not sure why. It's out of 50, 2003. But in any event, I'd pick it up because that was on my want list, for a decade or so. Okay, so these are really cool. This is the Clearly Authentic again. I got super excited when they did a reprint of the Clearly Authentic for 87 Topps because it's the first card I ever pulled, and I thought that was really neat. Well, here is the 1 of 1, and I think that's just incredible. Those are super cool together. Really, really, really neat. Red ink, kind of a sepia tone. That's pretty darn cool. Okay, Pinnacle Aficionado first pitch preview. This is one of those things that you can do a search on tanmanbaseballfan.com that I wrote an article about. This card here was obtained by getting some things in packs and then going online to back in the mid 90s, mind you, to answer some questions, and then you have to call in. Like, a lot of stuff had to be done, but it's a pretty darn rare card. I think there might possibly be one for sale. There was one recently. All right, so here is a sketch card, which is just incredibly cool. My buddy Mike, who's a Topps artist, he actually reached out to me and we did a trade. I did a custom card with a muscle figure embedded, and he did this Canseco Topps sketch card for me, which is really cool. So Topps stock is Topps 2022, and it is of the famous Bash Brothers poster, which is great. And these two are not really that big of a deal as far as cards go, rarity and everything, but they are fun. So this is the iconic first, the granddaddy, of all hits, quote unquote, for cards. 1991 Donruss Elite out of 10,000. And yeah, that's the first time you could really pull a Canseco that was like super special. But dealers ended up getting this preview, 91 preview card, which is likely even rarer. And it's a completely different picture than what they use in the regular set, which makes that pretty cool. Not super hard of a card, not super expensive of a card, but it's a hidden gem. It's really nice. Now, the Recollection collection, this is a 1 of 1. And one of the fun things about this is that this is 1994 Donners. 94 was probably the absolute deadest of all years produced for Canseco cards, certainly in his playing career, I believe, I would say. And so to have the 1 of 1, this might be the best card. It was, the Recollection one was bought back, I think, probably 2004 or so, but they did have a 94 card, which is really something incredible. Another buyback here is the 1 of 1 gold, 93 Topps gold. I always like that card. They've done a number of these Topps has. They've done like out of 5s and out of 25s and everything, but this is the 1 of 1. Gold foil matches real nicely. There. Another buyback. 1 of 1 mini. And then we have this. Got a little bit of a story on this, and then we'll wrap up shortly after this. This is kind of fun. It's got McGwire on the back. They're 2 separate cards. Back in 2018, shortly before my dad passed away, I decided to go visit him with my family at the rehab center that he was at. And I brought with me a box of 1987 Topps. My first pack ever opened as a kid was 1987 Topps. And so we opened it as a family. We had a great time, made some great memories. And we pulled both the Canseco and the McGwire, and I gave him both. And after he passed away, I got these back. Well, I put them in a collection, my collection of base cards, and I ended up selling my entire base card collection to my friend Mark. And literally a few months ago, he pulls out these, and he's like, "Hey, Tanner, there's an 87 Topps Canseco with a big bend right here, and a McGwire. And I'm curious, is there any reason why they're in there for that?" And I go, oh my gosh, I can't believe I sold those. So Mark had these 2 special cards so far for longer than I have. And I just got these back like about a week or 2 ago. So thank you again, Mark, for sending these back to me, but very happy I was able to get these back. So we will do a couple more and I will be done. So here is a museum booklet out of 5. It's a dual barrel, so double barrel action, baby. You have Frank Thomas, black barrel signed in gold, and a blonde barrel signed in black by Jose. And there's a fun story about these 2 together. If I remember correctly, I think Jose took Frank to street race and they almost like killed themselves or something. So I'm glad they didn't, but there's the kind of little fun connection there. And then we have this booklet. This is a Bash Brothers Canseco McGwire Panini booklet, National Treasures. They did 5 autographed and 5 patch ones. The problem with the autograph ones is they inserted McGwire's autograph upside down in reverse, if I remember correctly, which is crazy. So what I did was I ended up taking a dual patch card. It's numbered 5 of 5, maybe? Yeah, 5 of 5. And I actually took out the acetate signatures from other Panini cards and I overlaid them inside. I surgically put them in without having to take apart the card or glue anything back or anything at all. They just slid in nicely. They stay on there nicely, and I just think that's just the coolest thing ever, like the ultimate Bash Brothers card. So there that is. Here is the 93 Finest Refractor. Not crazy hard. There's 241 copies that have been made, but absolutely beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And this is the start of like the rare parallel craze, really, for the most part. So we have this here. This is a 2015 Dynasty. I used to have a boatload of Dynasty cards, a lot of them. I had a couple of the 1 of 1s, but now the one that I have is this one. And this one is very special. It is numbered 5 of 5. It has the 25th anniversary patch. There's only 4 others out there, if I remember correctly, of any card of Jose's that has the 25th anniversary patch. This 25th patch was from the jersey from that he was wearing whenever he was on, I believe, on the on deck circle when he got traded. So that was kind of a wild deal there. So anyway, but gorgeous card out of 5, first on card autograph, patch card. So lots of specialness there. And then we have what some consider to be the absolute best, best 90s parallel is his 1996 Select Certified Mirror Gold. And I have it in this and everything, and I kept it in the holder because this actually came from the actual owner of Pinnacle, like the people that made this, the CEO. So like he is, this card is special in and of itself, which I would rather this one than a PSA 10 because of its provenance, which is really, really cool. Has a great story there. So we'll do a couple oversized and we'll get out of here. So we have this here, which is the original photo used for the 1987 Topps card. We have a super rare 89 Topps heads up test. And then we have one of my favorite cards here, which I'm going to push these back. I'm going to try to get a little more space here. This, if I remember correctly, is 2014 Triple Threads Triple Hits, I think. It's got the handprint. It's numbered out of 10. It's got his autograph, and it's got a big jumbo jersey piece, which is great. And I mean, just an incredible card. This is bounced back and forth between me and my buddy John a handful of times, which is great. So thank you, John, for dealing this back to me. Appreciate it. And last but not least, here it is, 2003 Flair Sweet Swatch Classic patch. That is the 89 World Series patch, which this card means the world to me. Like because that was my childhood. I loved the 89 World Series. That was like my main thing as far as growing up goes, as far as baseball. So very happy to have a piece of that was on his shoulder when I was watching him in the World Series as a kid. Super cool stuff. So there it is, you guys. A lot of 𝐤𝐶𝐭 cards, a lot of grails and everything. Hope you enjoyed this. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and ask me anything. And if you have any rare 𝐶𝐭 cards, feel free to let me know. I might be interested. Thanks for watching.